Careful. Be quiet. It has to be here.
Look here. I think this is it. Should we open it?
Yes, that is it. It looks just like the drawings from the journal I found. Open the box.
There's nothing inside.
What? No. It can't be. It should be here. Shit. What was that? It's a trap! Run!
Get them.
It's her! She's here! Christopher! Christopher! Are you okay?
Take the boy, but don't hurt him. We need him alive.
What should we do with the other one?
We don't need the other one.
Leave him alone! Christopher! No! Where am I? My head is about to explode. I can't remember anything. I could get out this way, if I loosen the screws. Carter Scott. Is that my name? It seems I have a concussion. That's probably why I can't remember anything. What will this take? Have I been drugged? Here's something. A coin. I could get out this way, if I loosen the screws.
Go back to your bed immediately.
Do you know what happened to me? I can't remember a thing.
I don't know, but by your looks when they brought you in, I guess something painful.
Where am I? This doesn't look like a hospital.
You're right. This is not a hospital. It's our home. But I can't tell you its exact location. That is confidential. Especially for someone like you.
What do you mean by someone like me?
Oh, that's true. The Sawbones said you have amnesia. Let's just say we've been looking for you for a long time. And you haven't been particularly nice to us. Your role in this whole thing is very important. I can't tell you anything else.
When you found me, did I have anything on me that could help me figure out who I am?
Your things are in a different room, but they told me not to let you out of here. So take a seat and calm down.
Why am I not allowed to leave? Why am I here?
I can't tell you why you're here. The only thing I can tell you is that it will be over soon.
You speak as if this was a sort of an organization. Is this a government agency?
It's more the other way around. The government is part of what we are. We are everywhere, you see. Like him. He who dwells in our dreams.
I demand to see whoever's in charge.
Don't worry. Idiot will want to come see you too. But that woman is not very chatty, if you know what I mean. Now go back to your fucking room and don't bother me.
It seems this corridor is not guarded. I should find a way to get out of here.
If we don't stop them, this is the end. This will destroy everything and everyone.
Whose voice was that? Closed. It's closed. I don't think using the main door is a good idea. The guard must be around there. These people are dead. What is this? I have to get out of here and call the police. What the fuck is this? These psychos want to perform a human sacrifice. A drink is always nice. They're trying to turn people into some weird creatures. This looks like an exit, but it's locked. Leave him alone! Christopher! No! Was that a memory? Let's see if there are any clues in this recorder.
The subject died less than 5 minutes after injecting the serum. For a moment, all the activity indicators flashed in unison, illuminating all the screens. The subject began to mutate within seconds. His eyes turned completely red. His jaws started to grow very sharp fangs, and his voice became so high-pitched that his words couldn't be distinguished. Unfortunately, after taking the ghoul form, the subject passed away. But it has not been an absolute failure. As I was getting rid of the remains, the corpse's left hand started to have spasms. The serum continued to excite the cells in that area, even though the rest of the body was starting to experience natural rigidity. This opens up another very interesting area of investigation. I'm going to try to modify the formula to maximize that effect. Maybe.
This just keeps getting worse. Mar O.H. I wonder how she died. There's a name here. John Crossbow. This looks like the Sire's kitchen. These are house keys. Maybe they're mine. I should take them, just in case. It says emergency exit, but it's very rusty. I don't know if it's going to work. This looks like the right key, but it's very rusty. This looks like an exit, but it's locked. Shit! They know I'm gone. Ritual? They need me for a ritual? What's all this? I have to get the fuck out of here. I don't think it's a good idea.
This painting always reminds me of what we are capable of. I would have loved to visit Relia if it had been real. If only we could find out where Dagon's followers are hiding. We are on the right path. Our investigation is almost over. The Maypore excavation was quite an adventure, wasn't it? Although we couldn't find any of the Shankara stones in the end. That's strange. Carter should be here already. He told me he'd discovered something important and he's not usually late. I could check the department. He may be there. As odd as it may be, this painting calms me. Good morning, Miriam. How are you doing today? Have you seen Mr. Scott by any chance?
Good morning, Professor Whalen. No, I don't think I've seen him today.
When was the last time you saw him? Was he here yesterday?
I didn't see him yesterday. And this morning, since he wasn't in his office, I had to call him because I needed his signature for some documents, but he wasn't home. I couldn't even reach him on his cell.
We had a meeting this morning and he didn't show up or call to cancel, which is very unlikely of him. By the way, are there any messages for me?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Scott left this envelope for you. I was about to take it to your office.
Yes, it is strange. I'm gonna check in his office. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, let me know.
I think he's in a small town called Dunwich or something like that. One of his colleagues from Arkham University needed him for a research they were doing. What happened here? It's a mess. It looks like someone did break in. Azathoth. Sounds very familiar. Innsmouth? Perhaps that's where the Order of Dagon has been hiding this entire time. Cthulhu Among the Victorians by Laban Shrewsbury. This looks like an interesting book. Michael Horton. He had an interview with someone called Shutter Kane in Hobbs End, or something like that. This is Dr. Pata's office. She is on an excavation in Costa Rica. Someone broke into Carter's office. Everything is upside down.
What? What do you mean someone broke in? In the university? We have to call the police.
Have you seen any strangers around here?
Well, now that you mention it, I did see two men hanging around the department yesterday. I asked them if they needed anything, and they said they were looking for Mr. Carter Scott. I'm pretty sure they left when I told them he wasn't here.
Did they tell you their names?
No. When I asked them if they wanted to leave a message for Mr. Scott, they said it was not necessary.
Thank you. If anybody else comes asking for him, please let me know.
Of course. Be careful. I'm going to call the police and the campus security service right now.
I wonder what that important matter is. This key looks very old. I wonder what it opens. This is the diary of someone who found the location of the esoteric order of Dagon. Finally! We've been looking for a lead like this for years. But why didn't Carter tell me about this before? I have to go to that village to see if it's all true. Maybe Carter's there. I'd better warn James, as Carter suggested in his note. James, do you know where Carter is? Something has happened.
I spoke to him yesterday.
We were supposed to meet today, but he didn't show up. I went to look for him in his office and everything was messed up. It looked like someone had broken in. Also, I've found some information about the possible location of the Order of Dagon. Carter was looking for a ritual item in a town called Innsmouth. Do you know anything about this?
No, I didn't know anything. Actually, he was kind of weird yesterday. And Christopher, too. Now that I think about it, both were talking about, well, nothing really. Just some crazy stuff. Forget it.
I'm worried about him, and I thought that you might be able to find him, being a private investigator and all. Track his steps. I don't know.
Of course. I'm sure it's nothing. But just in case. I think I know where to start. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go and have a look at Innsmouth. See if I can find what Carter was looking for. I've been studying that cult for years, looking for a clue like this, and Carter knew about it, but for some reason, he kept it from me. I need to know why.
But you have to be careful, Sophie. That town might be dangerous. If you get in trouble, call me.
Don't worry. Let me know as soon as you find anything. Bye.
I hope those morons didn't try to steal the dagger. I told them it was suicide. If the cult got Carter, we're all fucked. Good thing I saved the location they showed me on my phone, just in case. I have a bad feeling about this. I'm not leaving until I find out what happened. Is that a phone ringing? Yes, and I swear it's Carter's ringtone. Blood. I hope Carter and Christopher are okay. This cannot be a coincidence. I need a vacation. It must be faulty. It does not work. This doesn't look good. I think the cult found them when they were here. Check Carter's phone just in case. This is the dagger they were looking for. The only thing that can destroy the Great Dreamer. Shit! I can't get through here. This should put the fire out. It's strange. It looks as if they tried to erase this blood trail. If only I had some luminol. But I spent it all on that Terleth Widow case. Maybe I can find some answers here. He looks unconscious. I don't think they killed him. They need him alive for tonight's ritual. The van they put him in has the Zotique's Enterprises logo on it. Maybe they took him there. Christopher is nowhere to be seen. If the priestess herself was here, it was all a trap to capture Carter. Luminol, just what I needed.
already visible, and it looks like a lot of blood. No!
That symbol appears on every picture. This poor girl. I have to find whoever did this. I'm onto something big. I'm sure of it. Why only girls? Innsmouth. It must be an important place. It keeps coming up everywhere. Someone should tidy this desk. It's full of disorganized notes and pictures. Who would be crazy enough to release 100,000 bisons? I never get tired of this view. I'm not sure if this information is true. I still don't know what it has to do with the murders, but they're connected. I'm sure of it. If I hadn't spoken to the emergency operator, I would think this is all a setup. It's the symbol from the murders. Who is this man? These photos were addressed to Howard. What was his table? I've seen some of those symbols elsewhere. That gas mask. I wonder if it's the same one that man was wearing on the pictures. I should check in the archive room. I remember the interview with this man. He was a little off his head. There are crazy theories about it. This file is not the right one. Did someone swap them, or is everything just messy? curious to know which book it was. The escape was very notorious. There were several deaths. It was a real scandal. Every time I remember it, I can't stop laughing. The god of manga, no doubt. Thanks to him, role-playing games reached the whole world. What's wrong with books? I never really understood how that engine worked. There was a fire, and I won't be able to go. It looks so good. What's wrong with book? There was a fire, and I won't be able to go. It looks so good. I'd never heard the story before. Every time I remember it, I can't stop laughing. That symbol. Someday I would like to visit Arkham. Here's what I was looking for. Now I have an address to go on with my investigation.
This was supposed to be my house, but it's locked.
Hello? Who is this?
Good morning. This is your neighbor, Carter.
Oh, come on in.
This was supposed to be my house, but it's locked. I don't want to bother anybody else. I think that's not my house. Clearly, I shared this apartment with someone else. There's a laptop charger right here. Why would I keep this? Where's the TV remote? I wouldn't like to see that thing up close. I think I was working on something important. I should charge it. I can use it now. I was looking for that dagger before the accident. The chosen one? A sleeping god? This is getting worse and worse. It might not even be human. What What the hell was I into before all this? Who are these people? My family, perhaps? This symbol is just like the one on the pin I found. There's something written on this painting. Acho queres una marquea in un quintico. What kind of language is this? According to this drawing, with this kind of portal, you can travel using some kind of magic? Huh. Did I really believe in all this shit? There's nothing else that can help me. The Adventures of Arthur Gordon Pym by Edgar Allan Poe. What is this?
Open it. For you to see that not all monsters are real.
I'm starting to remember Christopher. I wonder where he is. I hope he's okay. Night gaunts. It's all full of horrific illustrations. I've seen that woman before, but from where? How are we connected? Night gaunts. It's all full of horrific illustrations. There seems to be a box under those clothes. The keyhole in the box seems familiar. I don't think it... Maybe I can find the answers I'm looking for in this place.
That must be the symbol of the order. It was also on the temple. Good afternoon. Have you seen this person?
No.
Do you have any idea where I can find the temple?
Yes, but why do you want to know?
I'm a history professor. I'm doing a research on the idiosyncrasies of coastal villages like Innsmouth.
We don't like outsiders meddling in our businesses. You'd better leave as soon as possible.
But I live less than 2 hours away from here. I don't want to bother you. I'm just asking because a friend of mine has disappeared, and I'm worried about him.
It's clear in your face that you are not from this town. I have never seen your friend in my life, but if he disappeared here, chances are you will never see him again. As will happen to you if you don't leave. Innsmouth is not a town for tourists.
What? Are you threatening me? I should call the police.
Whether it is a threat or not is for you to decide. Go ahead and call. Call the police. But I warn you that they always take their time, if you know what I mean.
The language of that inscription seems to be Aklo. Surely this is the headquarters of the Order of Dagon. That symbol represents Hydra, mother of all the deep ones. Good afternoon. Could I ask you some questions? Have you seen this person?
Nope, never seen him. We don't see many foreigners around here.
Do you know where I can find the temple? Could you...
I'm very busy. I have to go.
Today is the day. The day for what?
Not one step further. Nobody from outside the village is allowed to enter our temple. Either you leave by hook or by crook. It is your choice.
I finally found the temple, and I can't get in. Have you seen this man?
No, but it's been quite a while since I last saw an outsider around here.
Do you know how I can get in the temple?
Be careful what you ask. We take very seriously our beliefs here, and we don't let outsiders into our temple.
Why? If it's an ordinary religious service, I don't see the problem. I don't want to cause any trouble.
Not everyone living in Innsmouth is as open-minded as I am. And if you've already talked to anyone else, chances are they've already tipped off old Obed. So, for your own sake, go away.
I'm Sophie. What's your name?
I'm Ezekiel.
Old Obed? Is he the one in charge? Could I speak to him?
No. We can't talk about this here, in the middle of the street. Someone might hear us. Although, if I could... if you want me to tell you what I know, meet me in half an hour at the old brewery. If you bring me a bottle of whiskey, I'll tell you the truth about this town.
This must be the fuse box of the bar. I could get to the lighthouse this way, but the door is closed. It can be useful. Good morning.
What do you want?
Could I have a bottle of whiskey, please?
No.
What do you mean? You don't have whiskey left?
I told you, we don't serve outsiders.
Ezekiel sent me.
Ezekiel? That's funny. Even so, I will not serve you.
What can I do to get you to serve me?
No, get out of my bar. I already have to put up with the power cuts every now and then, and all my food's getting spoiled. I don't want to have to deal with bitter old women on top of that.
The translation of that last part would be, in his abode in Rilye, the late Cthulhu awaits dreaming. This should be enough to kill the power. It's not very good, but it will do. I've seen that before. Azathoth. It's all a mess. Here's what you asked for. Now please tell me what you know about that temple and the Order of Dagon. It is of vital importance.
There's nothing like the smell of good whiskey. Or bad whiskey. It doesn't really matter. You wanted the truth. This is it. The Order of Dagon is... how shall I put it? A way of life? Our way of life. All of us are descendants of Dagon himself. Outsiders like you who come here snooping around have only two options. Either you become food or a breeder. I'm saying this because of your missing friend.
Are you telling me Dagon is real? And that you are all descendants of a sea monster?
Dagon is real. And if you wait a few hours, you will be able to see for yourself. But I wouldn't recommend it. According to rumors, its appearance has to do with something important that is going to happen tonight. Something about the sleeping god.
Who is that Obed you mentioned before?
Obed is in charge of all of this. He's the leader around here. although he takes orders from someone much more powerful, Idia. But here in Innsmouth, he is the boss. Everyone follows his orders and no one questions him. It's best not to cross him.
What does the sleeping god have to do with all this? I've heard stories of his cult that made my blood run cold.
The sleeping god is the most powerful being in the universe. No other power matches his. Not even Dagon's. That is why we must pay him homage. Idia has been preparing his return for centuries. And tonight, when the stars align, it'll be his moment. Innsmouth will be one of the few safe places in the world.
That's impossible. If Iya was alive, she would be 2,000 years old by now.
2,000, 3,000 years old, who knows? She was chosen by the Lord of Dreams. He is part of her. They share his power. And she is the only one who can perform the sacrifice necessary to complete tonight's ritual. But I've already said too much. I don't want to get into trouble.
Before you leave, please tell me the truth. Do you know where my friend is?
I have no idea where your friend is. I promise you that. I was born here. I'm from the village. But I've never agreed with certain decisions made by my neighbors. That's why I drink, to forget the things I see. That way no one ever tells me anything, because I'm drunk. The only thing I can tell you is that if I were you, I would start by looking in the lighthouse.
How can I get to the lighthouse?
Just get to the coast and look east. You will see it at the top of the cliff. The main door of the lighthouse is always guarded. Although you can try the secret door, you might get lucky. Of course, you will have to take a little detour. That door is padlocked, but I have a copy from when I used to keep my farm stuff there, years ago. I hope it's still good. You must be very careful.
Well, I think I should leave.
You must be very careful.
I could get to the lighthouse this way, but the door is closed. Hi, have you seen this man?
You can't be here. Who are you?
Me? I'm Sophie. Could you help me? I'm looking for a missing friend.
You're meddling too much. I think you're not from here, and all outsiders end up in the cage.
In what cage? No, no. I was just leaving.
Get out of my sight.
That's the way to the shore. This place gives me the creeps. It's impressive. The evidence is overwhelming. They worship Dagon and Cthulhu here. This is the story of Dagon. It shows him arriving at the coast and sowing chaos through the town. That must be the symbol of the order. It was also on the temple. Is this blood? Terrible things happened in this place, and not too long ago. I think I hear the sea. This is the story of Dagon. It shows him. I wonder where this gold comes from. Its shape and texture are very strange. This is horrible. I can't get through here. Something is blocking the door. It smells like rotten fish. It is written in a strange language. There are lots of notes written on papers all over the inside. That statuette, it used to be a saint. Now it's horrible. It must be a local radio station because that language is Aklo, no doubt. These boxes won't let me pass. That is today. It looks like this map shows how to get to the reef. What is this? I can't stare at it for too long. I think it represents Dagon. It's all starting to make sense. Tonight's ritual will bring back the sleeping god, and only the chosen one can stop it. And for that, he or she will need the Eye of Azathoth, which they keep in the caves. Could that be why Carter has disappeared? Maybe he was captured in the caves.
There's too much security. If I want to get in, I'll need something to help me sneak in. Zataiki's Enterprise. I think this is where they took Carter. I'm sure it's another cover for the Cult of the Sleeping God. This car must be from one of the workers. I can see a uniform from here.
Hey, you. I haven't seen you around here before.
That makes sense. It's my first day.
Your first day? Fuck, we're always in the dark here. First it gets messy downstairs, and we don't even know about it, and now it turns out that we have a newbie, and they don't even tell us.
I seem to have picked the worst day to start working here. What happened downstairs?
I was told an important prisoner was brought in last night, but a little while ago, I saw several guards running around like crazy. None of them would tell us what was going on. We at the door are nobodies. If you hear anything, will you tell us?
I see. That's why they sent me. It seems that you guys need reinforcements.
Thank God. The last thing we need is to work overtime. Besides, it looks like something big is going to happen tonight. By the way, do you have your card with you?
Damn it, the card. Wait a minute. I left it in the car.
Okay.
Perhaps I can use that security card to get in. My lucky lockpicks. I never leave home without them. Let's see. It's open. I will grab the security card. No way. Here's the card. Sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry, come on in.
The Book of the Dead. This is the ritual with which the priestess wants to bring the beast back to Earth. I find it hard to read what it says. They've been watching Carter since he escaped their clutches, and we thought he was safe.
What are you doing here?
Good morning. How's it going?
Good. You're new, aren't you?
Yes, today's my first day. My name is Max. Max Angel. How's work around here?
Usually boring. Not much happens. Well, except when Dr. West comes. The screaming. I go several days without sleep after each of his visits. It's a little busy today, though.
Screams? I thought this was an office building.
You'll get used to it. But take my advice. Don't try and talk to the boss or the guy in the mask.
Who is this doctor?
I think that is his name. I've only seen it from afar, but I assure you that a simple glance makes you shiver. Although, compared to Edya...
You look tired. Do you want a coffee?
Well, the truth is that a coffee would be great. Thank you very much.
They seem to drink coffee, like everyone else. Fuck. I hope none of them are Carter. I hope Carter was luckier than these poor people. Maybe I can make use of it. I will not leave until I know what happened to Carter. There seems to have been a patient or a sick person here until recently. Could that be Carter? This is very powerful. A couple of pills and you are out. I must think of a way to get rid of him. Damn it. Carter's not here. Wait. That's the dagger they were looking for when they disappeared. A dagger capable of ending this madness forever. Finally, with this, Carter will be able to stop the destruction of the world. If I find him.
Richard here. We've just finished searching the southern sector, but we haven't found the prisoner. It seems that he's managed to escape. Any news there? Jewel? Jewel? He doesn't answer. Let's see again.
Good. Carter has escaped. I don't know how he does it, but he always pulls it off. He may have gone to the Society to look for me. Or maybe he went straight to the ruins of the Nameless City. I should go before the other guards return. I will not leave until I know what happened to Carter and Christopher. Holy shit, I better get going.
What happened here? Looks like someone broke in. I'll check to see if anyone's hurt. It has a somewhat strange feel to it. This computer is on. What's that noise? It's too dark in here. I'd better turn on some light before I break my neck. That's the Erebus, lost in the ice along with the Terror. This must be a new version. I didn't know those details. A bit small for an elephant heart. I love that EP. Necrophilia? Who would read something like that? Someone seems to have ripped out some pages. This computer is on. This seems to have turned on the backroom light. This looks like a lot of blood. It's like someone's been dragged. That noise is coming from over there. Someone may be hurt. It's the security camera. I'll grab the memory card and see if I can retrieve some images. This drawer is stuck. Taking a crowbar is always a good idea. That noise is coming from over there. Someone may be hurt. A man wearing a mask? This information is very useful. Apparently, members of this cult often meet in one of these bars. I'll go check it out and see what I can find out. This book has some blood in it. That's weird. Wow, a secret door behind a bookshelf. Oh my god! What's that? It's as if this creature had been human at some point. This can't be real.
I hope the house is nearby.
Carter. Carter.
Who's there? Who are you?
You know who I am.
It's you. Am I dreaming, or are you really here?
My spirit can travel to any dimension through the power he bestowed in me.
What do you want from me? Why are you following me?
Carter, I'm sure you've been told horrible things about me. But my only wish is that you have absolutely everything you want. Your friends just want to take advantage of you. They never wanted you to be yourself. I am the person who knows you best in the world. I know exactly how you feel. But if you come back to me, together we can return the Dream Dweller to its rightful place, and then we will reign on Earth next to him.
No, I'm not going to do that. I have seen what you want to do. You want to destroy the Earth, and I will not allow it. I don't know how, but I will destroy you.
Poor thing. Ever since you were a child, you've been so naive. You cannot escape your destiny. You came into this world with a single purpose, and tonight, whether you want to or not, you are going to fulfill it.
Tell me, why am I so important? Why am I connected to you?
In the darkest part of your soul, you already know the answer. Now you just have to accept it. See you tonight.
What was that? I have to rescue Christopher and finish her off for good. I hope I can find more answers in this house. The door is locked. How does one get in here? We are the shield against madness. We are the dike against tide. We are the light against darkness. Open.
We have to avenge Hunter. At any cost.
We will. But now let's go. Idaho must be looking for me. We need a place to hide. His name is James. I think I'm getting my memory back. The base is worn and it smells like smoke? What if the star was something else? Huh, what's a button doing under here? It seems to do something, but it doesn't say press. Ah, it fits perfectly. From the noise, it seems something had opened. Everything is starting to make sense. So long, fighting. All dead. The conjunction is today. Although I don't have the dagger nor the amulet, I must go to Relief to save Christopher. I will take the map with me.
Carter, wait. You have to listen to me.
No! You're just like them. You all want something from me. In my entire life, no one has ever asked me what I wanted. I don't want any of this. I don't want to be the chosen one. I don't want to have anything to do with Idaho and Cthulhu. I just want to disappear.
I know. None of this is fair to you. And if I could do anything to make it right, I would. But, Carter, believe me, if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that no matter how far you run, it's impossible to escape your fate.
You only rescue me from the cult because I'm the only one who can kill Idaho and stop the end of the world. And she wants to sacrifice me to destroy everything. And on top of that, nobody tells me why I'm so special.
I don't know why you were so important in this whole story. I don't know why Idea needs you to bring back Cthulhu. I've always thought it had something to do with your parents, but I've never managed to find out who they were. I just know that you, Carter, are the only one who can stop the horror we're facing. And that gives me hope. This belonged to my grandfather. He was a fisherman and had a small boat. My mother didn't like me to stay alone with him when I was little. He had long since gone mad and used to tell me stories that kept me awake at night. Stories about monsters that lurked in the depths of the sea. According to him, one of these beings wiped out his entire crew on one of his fishing trips. He said that during his worst moment, without his crew, and with the boat adrift, surrounded by a dense fog, hearing inexplicable sounds that chewed his soul. The only thing he had was this compass, and it was thanks to it that he made it home. Thanks to such a simple thing. The only one in the family who believed in that story was me. Before I even knew that monsters were real. Here, I hope that when you face your monster, you will be able to find your way home. Like my grandfather.
Finally, I remember everything. The ritual, Relif, Cthulhu, Chris. We were set up. Where will he be? Will I have him? I have to get to Relif tonight. I can wipe her and all her fantasies out for good. Otherwise, they'll never stop. If Idaho was born thousands of years ago, how am I connected to her?
This rowboat might work for me if I can patch up that hole and find something to paddle with. Maybe I could fix the rowboat with this. I don't think it's a good idea to interrupt them now. The handkerchief could be useful. think I need something more. This alone won't be enough. I need something else to keep the seal tight. I did it. Now it won't sink before getting to the island, right? How am I supposed to do that? This is just what I was looking for. I'm scared. But if we don't get the amulet, Carter is doomed. Here are more of those symbols. Their entire history is written here. If I wasn't in such a hurry, I could spend years working here. I think I've seen these symbols somewhere. In this one, you can see Dagon and Hydra worshipping something greater. Could it be Cthulhu? The door is locked. There must be a way to open it. I can't get near the amulet. There must be some way to get it. I won't leave without the amulet. Maybe with this statuette. Good heavens! I've been discovered. I have to get out of here as soon as possible. It looks like the only way out, but I need something to open it. How am I supposed to do that? I hope this works and gets me to the nameless city. James and Carter are counting on me.
It's closed. There must be another way in. This may be useful. This may come in handy if I have to break something. Oh, it looks like someone forgot a pipette. Luckily, the street is empty at this hour. It stinks. This alley smells terrible. What is an open car battery doing in the middle of the street? It stinks. It stinks. This alley smells terrible. It is closed as I thought. How am I going to open that lock? It is closed as I thought. How am I going to open that lock? Yes! The acid melted the lock. This seems to have been closed for some time. That film is a bit weird. Who would have thought a Western could be so creepy? This is like what I saw in the bookshop. Whew. What kind of place is this? I'd love to catch it sometime. William Dyer, Pabity Expedition. I read something about that expedition. Almost all of them died. The Nameless City. I read of its discovery recently. It was found by a Sophie Whalen. Also Chernobyl? Those who watch from the other side. What a strange reading. This can't be true. What does Manson have to do with all this? Laban Shrewsbury revealed to us the secrets of the Kaleno Library. What library is that? James Starkweather. Doesn't ring a bell. Randolph Carter. Thanks to you, we discovered new worlds. Maybe he's an explorer. I'd love to catch it sometime. Laban Shrewsbury revealed to us the secrets of the Kaleno Library. What library is that? I'd only seen one of these in movies. A ritual to keep young? This photo has some coordinates. I should investigate it. They have one of these symbols painted on them. I'm already very close. It does not seem to be the typical hiding place for a cult. The door's locked. I need to find a way in. It doesn't look like anyone lives here, and yet it's all pretty clean. So strange. Here's the proof that I was right. This is even bigger than I thought.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
My name is Christopher Black. I'm a journalist, and I work for the Miskatonic Chronicles.
Journalist? And that gives you the right to break into my house.
Sorry, I thought this was abandoned. You're Carter Scott, right?
How do you know my name? You're one of them! Hands above your head, now!
Don't shoot, please. I swear I came alone. I saw a picture of you earlier, and it had your name on it. I can explain everything.
You better. Are you armed?
I'm not armed. I've never picked up a gun in my life. I swear I was just doing research. I don't want to hurt anyone.
I'll give you a chance. But if I'm not convinced by what you say, I will pull the trigger. What are you doing in my house, and are you with them?
They? You mean the cult, right? I'm investigating a story about some ritual murders. I've been doing it for a while. My boss doesn't believe me. He says he won't publish anything without proof, so I've decided to do something about it.
What do you know about the cult? That doesn't explain how you got here.
I know that they have been active for many years, and that they seem to be infiltrated in all social strata, even in politics, but nobody wants to talk about them. I began to study certain symbols that kept appearing in the crime scene photos, and I recognized the one on the door of this house.
I don't know if you'll find the answers you were looking for in here, but you'll certainly find the truth. One thing first. If you knew that this cult was dangerous, why did you went on with your investigation against them?
Everyone has a purpose in life. I can't stop criminals, but I can put the spotlight on them and have others do so. I can't stand idly by, writing about the next celebrity nose job, when I know that they are murdering innocent people. Now you tell me, from what you say, you don't seem to be part of the cult. But then, what do you have to do with all this?
Wow, it seems that the journalist is over the shock. Sit down, Christopher. You're going to have a lot of information to process. This explains why this place is connected to the cult of the sleeping god. I'm back at the beginning? I think I got lost. That must be the heart of Armrat Tavel, guardian of the last gate, part of Yog Sothoth himself, creator of the keys. Is that a lake of blood? It's all full of runes and glyphs. Someone from the cult has followed me here.
I hope Carter hasn't used the portal yet. Without the dagger, or the Eye of Azathoth, you will have no chance against her. I've been after you the entire day, you piece of... What happened?
You were right, James. The information we got on the dagger was a trap. Ida have found us. We were attacked and I fell unconscious. The next day, I woke up in their headquarters, with no memory of who I was or what I was doing there. I managed to escape, but it wasn't until I arrived at the Society a while ago that I regained my memory. I don't even know where Christopher is.
I have to tell you something. When Sophie told me she couldn't find you, I assumed that you and Christopher had gone to get the dagger. I arrived at the place and it was a mess. Blood, broken glass. You could tell there had been violence. I don't know how to tell you this, Carter.
Tell me what?
I found Christopher's body. They killed him when you lost consciousness. I'm so sorry.
No. That can't be. No. Fuck! Are you absolutely sure? It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
No. Christopher was always very aware of what he was getting into. He knew he was facing humanity's greatest terror, and yet he never hesitated for a second. He was that brave. We have to make sure his death was not for nothing.
We didn't even got the dagger. Without it, we can't even kill Idaho.
I stole it from their headquarters. A stroke of luck, really. And Sophie is in Innsmouth, getting the Eye of Azathoth. We were supposed to meet here. I hope she won't be long. We have to finish that bitch. For Chris.
For Chris. Oh God. There are bodies and blood everywhere.
He's here. The man in the mask followed me here.
Let's kill that son of a bitch. I've always wanted to know what's under that disgusting mask. Oh God. There are bodies and blood everywhere. Doesn't work. Oh God. There are bodies and blood everywhere. What happened? Did we say the wrong words?
Run.
Let me go, you Drake!
Welcome to Rillier, where Cthulhu awaits dreaming. Very soon, you will have the honor to meet him. I told you before in the forest, Carter. To be here and now is your destiny. It was written from the day you were born.
It's easy to talk destiny when I'm tied up here after that thing kidnapped me. But I wouldn't be so happy. My friends are on their way, and when they get here, I'll avenge Hunter and James.
Oh, I love that confidence in your friends, Carter. It's because of it that you are doomed. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. No one is coming. Sophie and your boyfriend Christopher are dead. And all because of you. All because they believed in me. And now, you're going to leave this world as you came into it. Alone.
No. That's not true. I don't believe you. You just want to trick me, so I give up. It can't be.
Sophie couldn't get out of Innsmouth alive. And Christopher. Christopher died by your side. In that trap you both foolishly fell into. But I don't care if you believe me or not. My Lord is about to awaken. And your insignificant little lives will cease to matter.
No. Shit. Why me? Why did you have to fuck up my life? What's my role in all of this?
Carter, it's time for you to know the truth. I am your mother. You are the ultimate sacrifice Kazulu asked of me. Your death is the key that will open the door to the cosmic horror. You have always been the lamb that didn't know it was heading for the slaughterhouse.
No. Shit. Why? Why are you doing this? Weren't you human at some point?
They took everything from me! My dreams, my hopes, my life. That day in the desert before I met him, I should have died, but that hatred inside me was so great that I... You know, the biggest lie ever told to mankind is that this planet is theirs. No, it is not. It never was. And I'm going to return it to its true master.
And all of this is for what? More power? Do you really think that thing is going to share its power with you? I thought you were the smart one.
Do you really think I care? I've lived too long and I'm tired of it. My mission ends today with you. That's how it all began, with the death of my son. If that damn hunter hadn't interfered, everything would have been easier for you. But it doesn't matter, Carter. The time has come. Don't be afraid. All you're going to feel is pain. Pain so terrible, it's indescribable.
How can you do this to me? To your own son? Why bring a human being into the world and then sacrifice them?
It's what he asked for. I don't need to know more. But if it's any consolation, I never saw you as a human being. I never smiled at you, never hugged you, never breastfed you, never gave you love. I wanted you to have nothing to live for. But then that damned hunter took you away from me and gave you hope. And that, dear Carter, was the worst thing that could have happened to you. Let's get this over with. Don't be afraid. All you're going to feel is pain. Pain so terrible, it's indescribable.
Pain? I don't give a shit about pain. You can't hurt me anymore. You've taken everything from me, just like they did to you. It's all over for me.
You are brave, my son. I would like to tell you that I am proud of you, but I don't want the last word you hear to be a lie. And as for the pain, believe me, you will feel it. Farewell, Carter.
Kazulu vertagen. Ia, Kazulu vertagen. Ia, Kazulu vertagen. Ia, Kazulu vertagen. Ia, Kazulu vertagen. Welcome, my lord. What's your first command?